Okay, some talks about Canelo and Golovkin doing a trilogy at Jerry World Cowboy Stadium where Earl Spence fought Mikey Garcia, where the Dallas Cowboys play every home game Sunday, Monday, and Thursdays. Let's talk about it. But first, we're going to talk about Demetrius Andrade getting ordered to fight number 7 in the WBO, Liam Williams. Make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Goodfellas Sports TV. If you didn't know, the other channel got, hacked, and we trying to process to get it back. So hopefully I can get it back. But check my Got Hacked videos, the featured video on the channel's homepage. So if you want to check that out, check it out. But yeah, I heard this last night, man. And I knew Demetrius Andrade was headed for more opponents like this. Since Big Charlo, Jamal Charlo didn't want to fight. They not gonna force Canelo or Golovkin to ever fight him. So pretty much he stuck with fighting opponents like Liam Williams. I've never seen Liam Williams fight. I know he had back-to-back losses to Liam Smith, a majority loss, and before that he retired. Never rated him high. I understand he knocked out Alantez Fox when Demetrius Andrade couldn't. So pretty much another mundane pedestrian fight for Demetrius Andrade, but he brought it upon himself. Years of pulling in and out of fights, years of dancing around Lara. He had his opportunities to blow, and Demetrius Andrade is going to be one of those what-if stories. What if he would have fought top guys in his prime? And when he do lose, people are going to say his inactivity, and we didn't see him at his best. So now that he wants the big fights, he still can't get the big fights. I mean, people could say, oh, he should have went to PBC. I mean, we see at PBC where it's a good opportunity that you won't get the big fights if you're on the same side of the street. But at 154, he definitely would have mixed it up with Lubin, Jamil, J-Rock, and Tony Harrison, and guys of that nature, I believe. I definitely think he would have mixed it up at 54 pounds, but he signed to, Star Banner Boxing. I think he had a deal with one or two or both. But it's another Luke Keeler type fight for me. It's another, Arthur Kova type fight. You know what I'm saying? This is a step back to what he was doing on with Star Banner Boxing, whichever one it was, or was it both? I mean, Willie Nelson was better than this. Valence Monterosian was better than this. You know what I'm saying? Jack Colcly was better than this. But he about to beat up another English muffin. They talking about in June. And he probably have another hometown fight in Rhode Island. In Providence, I mean, he must have done well last time out. When he fought, what's my man's name that gave Daddy Jacob some good work? Salucky. Magic Man Salucky is what I call him. And I was impressed with the fight with Salucky. I didn't expect him to blow Salucky out the water like he did, but Salucky, good fighter. I felt that he edged Danny Jacobs when they fought at the Barclays Centers, but, little nugget, food for thought, Danny Jacobs could be fighting Gabriel Rosado coming up. So they going back and forth on IG, and, I'd like to see them make Danny Jacobs and Demetrius Andrade. One of the bad things about Billy Joe Saunders getting the Canelo fight is the fact that Billy Joe Saunders is, would have fought Demetrius Andrade. If they could have made that fight, which that should have happened, and Billy Joe Saunders got popped for oxyfrine. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this ain't something that's going to pull fans to the zone. It's probably going to be an action-packed fight. Like I said, I don't know much about Liam Williams. Is he a Euro bum? In my mind, he is, but I can't really say because I ain't really never watched him fight. I don't hold Liam Smith to a high standard. He another Euro bum, in my opinion. Not really good Euro level fighter, but hey, we'll see. People say, well, he beat up Jaime Munguia. I mean, Jaime Munguia's still young, but he still took that L to Jaime. So, we'll see what happens with him. I know Liam Smith was supposed to actually get it on with Jesse Vargas until once upon a time Mikey Garcia slid through. But we actually see what happened. Let me know what you guys think about Demetrius Andrade and Liam Williams. Really can't feel bad for Demetrius Andrade. He made some bad promotional decisions in his career. Made some bad, opponent selections. And now he got to live with that for the rest of his career, man. But, Golovkin and Canelo, the trilogy, was one of the reasons why Canelo hasn't announced Billy Joe Saunders. The DAZN is working on a 3-fight deal for Canelo where he will fight Billy Joe Saunders, which is done May 2nd. Canelo will fight Golovkin, Mexican Independence Day holiday in September. And then they want him to come back in December in Japan and fight Ryota Murata. And they got to pay him extra. You know what I'm saying? When you're paying somebody $330 million, whatever it is, for a 10-fight deal because the Rocky Fielding fight didn't happen, he should do what the F they say do. If they want him to fight Canelo, if they want him to fight Murata, they shouldn't have to give Canelo extra money to do that. He already getting overcompensated. Canelo would never generate $35 million fighting on pay-per-view versus Danny Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Versus Sergey Kovalev. Both those fights didn't even sell out. So the DAZN is really losing money messing with Canelo. And Canelo ain't even really raking in the subscribers like they want either. That's why they taking them global. You know? But at the end of the day, Canelo got the DAZN by the balls. He controlling them. You know, and Golovkin want this fight. That's why Golovkin went over here. He aged Golovkin out again. He mad at Golovkin because Golovkin drug his name through the mud. And you got to understand who the stake on the dinner table is. All right, and that's Canelo. You don't never hurt your money, man. You don't never, try to mess with the big steak. All right, and what he tried to do is mess with the steak. You know what I'm saying? When you chicken breast or you asparagus, which is Golovkin is, you compliment asparagus, you compliment steak. Nobody come to the restaurant and order asparagus. Nobody come to watch Golovkin. Everybody know Golovkin is a fraud. And when Max Kellerman, the leader of the Golovkin addicts, said that Canelo, he was wrong on Golovkin and Golovkin was a fraud, for the most part, I'm paraphrasing, maybe a little bit too harshly, then I already knew. I knew what Golovkin was. But for Canelo, to see how much they can fill up in that stadium, I think that stadium holding around like 90,000 for a boxing event. It should be nice. The tickets should be nice and cheap. Canelo ain't been doing good in Vegas. No way. They fought in Vegas twice. I know Golovkin don't might want to fight in Vegas again. Felt like he got two bad decisions. They knew they couldn't drag Canelo out to New York, so they probably compromised and they're gonna do it in Texas, and that's even worse. That's basically in Mexico's backyard. You know what I'm saying? Or their front yard, to be honest. It used to be Mexico, but it's no point in giving an ancient history lesson. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be the same result. If Canelo can't stop Golovkin at this point, that'll just tell you everything you need to know about the Kovalev fight. Kovalev was just shot, he was drained, or he took a dive off the diving board. You feel what I'm saying? But he should be able to stop Golovkin, and this should be his premier fight where he stops somebody. Because he don't never stop nobody. Don't give me that all of a sudden this dude jump up 2 weight classes and stop Kovalev. Like I said before, that was more fixed than my car when the alternator go out. You feel me? But can't wait to see, this over with. I'm tired of Nacho and Wama and Chavez and everybody criticizing Canelo for not giving Golovkin a third fight. Like Canelo didn't go in there and the second time and go oops upside his head and give him the beast by Dre. But, I think Jerry World a good look for that fight. I think it's going to be cheap. The amenities to be cheap for a lot of the fans that go down there. The tickets will be cheaper. Now, it won't be Vegas, was 24/7, but to get a fight at a different venue, Golovkin can't have no excuse about the judges and the officials and stuff. He just here for a payday anyway. Golovkin is going downhill. Canelo is still trending up, or he climaxing or peaking out right now. But they also talking about dragging Canelo to Dubai, so they trying to make Canelo a global icon. But the DAZN ain't the first to do that. Bob Arum been talking about taking his fighters globally because the tickets ain't popping in America. And the reason the tickets ain't popping in America is because they putting shit like the Canelo Golovkin 3 on a digital app. You know what I'm saying? They putting, some of these fights on Showtime and ESPN Plus and FS1. These fights got to be on ABC, ESPN, Fox. They got to be on premier networks where you can build a new casual boxing crowd. But, it is what it is. So they want to go around the world, and they'd rather go to South Africa, Dubai, Japan, before they hit places like, Ohio, Detroit, Kentucky, instead of trying to open up boxing in markets that don't have boxing, you know what I'm saying, or historically has done well in boxing. They'd rather take these dudes on the Ringling Brothers World Tour. We'll see how they do. It makes me no difference. Because if the premier fight's not being made, I'm not considering going out. And Golovkin and Canelo is a fight that I really don't care about. The first fight, I didn't care if they didn't fight again. After the first fight, it just wasn't it was an okay fight, but wasn't nobody getting hurt or getting knocked down. There wasn't no excitement with it, the way they built it up. But it was a solid fight. Let me know what you think about Canelo and Golovkin 3 going down in Jerry World, according to Coppinger and Pugmire in their podcast. I'll link in the description. And I'll link the article about Demetrius, Andrade, Liam Williams. And Liam Williams is apparently a Queensberry promotion Frank Warren fighter. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the video. Social media is still the same. Want to make a donation? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Spread the word. I'm over here right now until I get the channel back, or if I get the channel back. Goodfellas Sports 2.0. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. We gone.